Welcome, Guardians. We have our first hotfix of the Witch Queen era in Destiny 2. This is Hotfix 4.0.0.2. We've got a decent chunk of fixes here, so definitely pay attention in case this is stuff that you've been affected by. Starting with activities, we have Dares of Eternity. Fixed an issue where the activity progress could fail when starting the lightning round. Fixed an issue where the scoring UI would not appear in regular Dares of Eternity. Lost Sectors fixed an issue where Legend and Master Lost Sector activities were missing from the Bungie.net Game History API. And then the Europa Sabotaging Salvation fixed an issue that was blocking players from completing this mission. Within the Throne World, temporarily disabled Deep Sight Tier 3 chests that were being opened far more quickly than intended for Throne World vendor reputation gains. Interested if that's all of them, or just one specific chest. Fixed various holes in the world that were allowing players to get out of the environment. Within the Wellspring attack, fixed several issues that would cause the back middle wizard during the boss fight to sometimes get trapped inside the pedestal below, blocking activity progression. That was a quick fix for that. Public events fixed Arc Shield on the Heroic Ether Harvest boss to properly react to boss damage. Interesting to know if they mean this is the one in the Throne World. Never mind, I'm dumb. That is the Throne World one. I'm kind of sad because I really thought that was a stasis shield, and I was excited. Moving on into the strikes option, we have the Light Blade. The Hive boat now starts up properly even if players try to skip past it to the first hallway section below. Of Queens and Worms, fixed an issue where joining late into the quest would not grant progress, blocking the player from acquiring the Parasite exotic grenade launcher. And you can hear Max in the background. Campaign fixed issue where the Resonant Rune was using a placeholder icon. And then we are moving into campaign and investment. With abilities, fixed an issue where Titans could generate large amounts of orbs of power by rapidly entering and exiting sparrows while triggering Word of Dawn bubble. Fixed in the Cataclysm icon size to fit properly in the player's HUD. Weapon crafting fixed an issue where the crafted weapon triumph counts were not being displayed properly for certain weapon types. Yeesh. Fixed an issue where momentums could drop from activities before players had unlocked weapon crafting. Fixed an issue where the Gambit memento was not dropping for players who have not purchased the Witch Queen. Updated a crafting material name to now read correctly as Drowned Alloy instead of Drowned Element, and then fixed Enigma crafting perks to use the correct currencies. Got a lot of stuff here for weapons. So, Grave Robber has been re-enabled for glaives after being temporarily disabled due to ammo generation bug. Hunter Dodge can now cancel out of glaive melee animations, that's huge. Fixed a bug where Funnelweb was displaying incorrect magazine values when comparing perks in the inspection screen. Fixed an issue where some Foundry weapons only have their source origin trait. Fixed the Ragnhild D shotgun to display the correct zoom. Fixed an issue where the Hake Palmyra B rocket launcher has missing or incorrect stats. Fixed an issue where the Fortissimo 11 had a higher magazine capacity than intended. Fixed an issue where the Alacrity perk to prevent it from persisting when the weapon is unequipped. Fixed an issue where Grand the Overturn Catalyst quest description was swapped with the vendor text. Fixed an issue where the Fortissimo 11 shotgun had an incorrect magazine stat that only would have been visible with the magazine increasing perks or mods. Adjusted weights on legendary weapons available on Banshee 44, so the new Whirlpool weapons have an increased chance of dropping. Fixed an issue where glaive melee kills did not count toward glaive kills in a player's match history. Oh, nice. Fixed an issue where the Outlaw perk appeared twice in the first column for the Crisis Inverted Hand Cannon. Second instance has been replaced with Under Pressure. Moving into armor. Sealed Aham Kara Grasps no longer reload glaive magazines on dealing projectile damage. High stat armor rolls have been added as rewards for player-elected difficulty campaign missions. Fixed description of Voltaic Mirror exotic perk. Loreley's Splendor Helm will now create a sunspot when casting a barricade. It will still grant a sunspot when critically wounded, but now requires and will consume a charged class ability cooldown. Fixed an issue where the Overload rounds mod was not disrupting the health generation of Overload champions when recovering from a stun. Fixed an issue where the reduced damage debuff from the Renewal Grasps exotic was briefly applied. Should now affect enemies for duration they remain in the Dusk Field Grenades AoE. Updated Renewal's Grasps description and icon. Fixed an issue where the Virtuous Cloak looked rigid and not free-flowing. Bounties. Made some new Vanguard Void bounties not available during Void Burn weeks. Fixed an issue where Void Volatile Explosion kills were not counting for objective progress, and reduced the completion values for some War Table reputable bounties. New light fixes. Fixed issue where the quest Meditate on the light can remain stuck in the player's quest log if they received it from the postmaster, meditated before retrieving the quest. Players in the state will now have the stuck quest automatically removed. Meditate on the light can now be abandoned and will no longer go to the postmaster if the player's quest inventory is full. Fixed an issue where the Riding the Storm subclass quest for the Titans and Stroking the Flame subclass quest for Hunters were no longer available at Ikora. Eververse. Good old Eververse. Fixed an issue where the Phoenix Cradle ornament required ownership of Season 8 to purchase. Rewards. Fixed an issue where the seasonal exotic ship did not have a source to drop from. They are talking about the Season of the Lost exotic ship on that one. It can be picked up at the War Table. Fixed an issue where relative drop chances were not showing properly for Ascendant Alloyed in reward previews. Platforms and systems. HDR. Fixed an issue where black levels could turn gray or invert due to deprecation calibration settings not being reset for some players. We're still working on a similar issue affecting HDR on Xbox One X that should be fixed in our next update. Some general stuff here. Ghost was confused and upside down during the meeting with Keitel. Wish I could have seen that. Ghost may or may not still be confused, but at least is no longer upside down during the cinematic. Fixed an issue where players were not able to exchange synth cord for synth weave at the loom. Increased the cost of pulling weapons and armor from collections to prevent farming gunsmith reputation. A rare is 777 glimmer. Legendary is 1000 glimmer and 10 legendary shards. Exotic is 2500 glimmer and 20 legendary shards. Fixed an issue with the Night's Chill shader was not displaying correctly. That's a big oof and a big grip for a lot of players. DMG did say that they will look and pass the feedback along of getting a possible shader out with what it was. Fixed an issue where some names were not appearing correctly in the partners section of the game credits. I forget this game has credits. Various stability and crashes fixes. Localization is the Spanish, Castilian, Drifter, and Ghost were fully re-recorded to replace sound-alike actors. Fixed an incorrect translation for the Quick Access Sling weapon mod in German, and the German description on Sunbracers say melee hits activate the perk instead of melee kills. That is all we have for Destiny 2 Hotfix 4.0.0.2. Check out Twitter for some more information. Until next time, Guardians, stay safe.